Hey everyone, this is it. This is the term sheet. I've already posted it on Scribd as well. It was just posted 9th at 9:41 here. It was stamped 9:41. It was posted at 10:22. It's 10:24 or 1:24 Eastern where I'm at. And signed off for approval. Recommendation: staff recommends that City Council adopt a resolution authorizing a term sheet and an exclusive negotiating agreement with the Oakland City Pro Football Group, LLC, and Fortress Investment Group, LLC, or affiliated entities for development of a stadium and mixed-use project at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum complex and adjacent city properties. The executive summary is here, as you can see. Okay, term sheet is attachment A, and it calls for statutes of reason of urgency, and it mentions Las Vegas here, and then it goes down and it gives the background and legislative history in here. So we'll go all the way down in this video to the term sheet just for quickness, and so you can see what the contents are. Bear with me because there's a lot here to read, and we'll get back to that later. But that's the resolution itself. You have to go past the resolution here to get to the term sheet, which is here. And there, see, it says term sheet, Coliseum project, and it basically says one, project context, and it says that it's in the process of potentially relocating in an effort to keep the Raiders in Oakland. The city and the county wish to enter into a strategic cooperative relationship with a group that has substantial experience. And it goes down, continues there. Then it says gives the project site description here. The concept, jointly owned by the city and the county, and property later acquired by the city for project, but with no commitment by the city or county to acquire any additional property for the project. The description of the project consists of a Lott Group developing at the project site an open-air multi-purpose football stadium consisting of approximately 5,000 seats and amenities to be used by the Raiders and other users, what are called for the new stadium, which we developed in accordance with plans and specifications approved by the team, the NFL, and the governmental and regulatory agencies or entities with jurisdiction over the proposed project, and calls for a mixed-use component here. So we scroll down as well, and there's a project component here. It consists of a transit hub site, and then 25 acres of the project site, and then 55 acres net at the south side of the Coliseum we developed by the Lott Group with a new stadium including dedicated and reciprocal parking, 35 acres net 35 acres in accordance with the due diligence and development agreement with a reciprocal parking to be used to serve the parking needs of Oracle Arena and the new A's ballpark if developed at terms to be negotiated in project area uses. This goes down, concept description, and continues here describing it. 10 acres of Coliseum sites currently occupied by Oracle Arena. There. 15 net acres of the Coliseum site will be reserved for a new ballpark site for the Athletics. On NFL game days, the new stadium will have priority use of the reciprocal parking. And then the financial responsibility for construction improvements, it will cost $1.3 billion. I was right. including site improvements. And the parties anticipate that the new stadium and other project components related to be financed as follows. City will invest $200 million to construct infrastructure, site preparation, and other related expenses. $100 million privately placed bonds secured by the direct city taxes generated by the new stadium. And the Lott Group will lead a private placement of the bond. Yay. A $100 million EIFD bond or other financing by the city but for taxes. City tax revenue generated as a result of development of the project. The city will endeavor to bond against this tax revenue as early as possible, but the city will not bond in any manner that puts the city's general fund at risk. Therefore, the parties anticipate the probable need for the Lott Group or other private party providers to secure bridge financing on terms to be negotiated for all or a portion of this amount until the EIFD bond is able to be issued. Neither the Lott Group Raiders project will be responsible for this current bond debt, Coliseum bond debt at all, but the parties acknowledge that the existing Coliseum bond debt must be addressed prior to conveyance of the Coliseum site. City and the county will also convey approximately 105 net acres of real property in the Coliseum site with conveyance of another possible 25 net acres there. That's contingent. And the land conveyance. And the consideration for the land conveyance will be the grant of participation rights and project revenues by the Lott Group to the city of county, which is further described as follows. And they said that the Lott Group or the Raiders may, as the case may be, will be manage the sale of seat options, the new stadium as the effective date. And that amount is expected to be about $200 million in terms of revenue. The balance of any construction cost of the new stadium will be borne 100% by a consortium consisting of the National Football League, the Raiders, and the Lott Group, with the Lott Group willing to bridge any financing gaps in accordance with agreed upon terms among the Lott Group, the NFL, and the Raiders. For the avoidance of doubt, the Lott Group will raise and or contribute up to $400 million in funds to construct the new stadium. Consideration for the city investment and land conveyances, the DDA, due diligence and development agreement, will include financial participation by the city and county in project revenues without stating any commitment to any particular approach. Options for city and county financial participation could include any of the following common approaches to structuring participation by public agencies in development projects. The net cash flow from the project, the Lott Group could, and the city and the county could receive a negotiated share of net proceeds as well. And the county shall not have responsibility for contributing any funding or financing to any improvement for the project. So it says project outcomes. If Lott Group successfully enters into agreement with the Raiders regarding the new stadium at the Coliseum site prior to the expiration of the exclusive negotiating agreement as drafted below, the Lott Group will develop the new stadium subject to terms of the DDA, including city investment, subject to terms of the DDA. City and county shall convey the project site in its entirety or by phases, by long-term lease or fee title, except for the 10 acres, 15 acres reserved for possible A's ballpark, unless the conditions for adding these properties to the project site set forth have occurred. And let's see, there's funding for public improvements in the site. The transit hub site is not in place by a date which will agree to by the DDA. The Lott Group, the county, and the city will agree to negotiate in good faith an alternative to the agreed upon project plan. Let's see, they have transaction documents as well. I'm going to make this part 1 of the video and come up to part 2. This is project related requirements. Here are listed here. This is quite extensive, so it's going to require a part 2. This, is, for example, is the ENA summary. Okay, but there it is. Basically, it calls for a privately financed stadium. The city's putting in $200 million. Lott Group the rest, and that's how it is. That's how it reads. The Ronnie Lott has his exclusive negotiating agreement, and this is the term sheet. And it is a great milestone, a great accomplishment. This is part 1, end of part 1.